Guys, it's your brother Ogs. Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. Today is Sport Day. Yeah, I'm talking about sport. Many different kind of sport today. Here in the US, we have the Super Bowl. Let us know, who are you going to be supporting? Taylor Swift? Because you know how it goes, right? It's gonna be in Vegas, Super Bowl. The Chiefs and the 29ers. So who are you going to be supporting for the Super Bowl? You know, I was just curious to see if my people who watch usually football or soccer are also interested in watching American football, the NFL. So, today is a big party, really. A lot of food, booze, a lot of eating, really, a lot of fight also. And let's wait and see what's gonna happen. Good luck, because I don't support any of them, but it's always good to see good football on TV and a lot of commercials. You know, mostly you watch the Super Bowl for crazy kind of commercials, but it is what it is. So before we continue, don't forget to like, subscribe and share if you want to help the channel. Another final today, another Super Bowl, if you know what I mean, quote unquote, is going to be the African Cup of Nations between Nigeria and the Ivory Coast. Also, let me know in the comment section below, who are you going to be supporting? I'm a neutral on this one. Nigeria, John Obi Mikel, and many other bowlers that played for Chelsea. Ivory Coast, of course, Didier Drogba the king. So, you see, I have to be in the middle, enjoy football, and let the best win. Can somebody please explain to me how the hell Ivory Coast found themselves in the final? Nobody gave them a chance after that defeat 4-0 against Equatorial Guinea. But you know what? It doesn't matter how it started. It matters how it's going to end. Even Messi and Argentina, remember, they lost one game against Saudi Arabia. And then they went to win the World Cup. So let's wait and see what is going to happen. A lot of events today. More event. Chelsea women. We're still in every single competition, right? The Women's Super League, which is like the Premier League in the women division. The FA Cup, Continental Cup, which is like the Carabao Cup in the women division. And then the Champions League. So today we have a game at Kings Meadow, our women stadium. I think it's going to be against the West Ham, our noisy neighbors in the FA Cup. The FA Cup is supposed to be the Chelsea competition, supposed to change the name, Chelsea FA Cup, because we won it in the last 3 years, 3 times, back to back. Women's Super League, 4 times, back to back. So women are really cooking. But what I am more interested in this season is the Champions League. We have to win the Champions League for Emma Hay. She's moving to the US to take care of the national team here. But if we can win the Champions League, he hasn't won the Champions League yet for Chelsea. We got in the final, got destroyed by Barcelona. But this time around, even if we don't win anything else and we win the Champions League, I will be more than happy. So in few minutes from now, the game is going to start. You can see the lineup here. But we still have a lot of topics to cover, so we have to keep moving on. Remember this kid here? He's a winger, okay? Nico Williams. I think he's from Bilbao. He plays with his old brother, right? Their parents are from Ghana, of course. The big brother is playing for Ghana. Very tricky winger. And according to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea been scouting him for a little while now. They sent scout so many times. And that's what the big teams do, even small teams. They're going to scout somebody for years, for months. It doesn't mean that they're going to buy him. And I've seen him also linked with Arsenal, Manchester United, and other teams. But Chelsea are in the conversation. Let me know in the comment section down below. Would you like to see Nico Williams at Chelsea? And who's going to give in? Because we have a lot of wingers. Diego Moreira is a winger. Angelo Gabriel, Noni Madueke, Raheem Sterling, Mikhailo Modric. You know, I can go on and on. Even Nicholas Jackson now is playing as a winger. We can also use Omari Hutchinson from the Lone Army. We can use few more youngsters from the academy. Do we really need another winger? Think about it. For me, I think we need just to coach what we got and also give the manager, the new manager, if we sack Poch, give him also the power to choose at least a couple players to implement his system, and not just buy and impose all those players to the manager. You know what I mean? So keep your eye open on Nico Williams. And we have Xabi Alonso is a serious candidate to replace Pochettino. Listen. Everybody knows that I am not a big fan of Pochettino since day one, but I support him because he's there. He's been imposed to us. There is nothing you can do about it. I don't want to jump to Pochettino out all the time. I don't make decisions. I just have to support whoever is there. And Xabi Alonso, I'm telling you, the way he's playing football, my friends, different level. He completely destroyed Thomas Tuchel and Bayern Munich. They made them look like a bunch of kids. 3-0 yesterday, and we all know how good Thomas Tuchel is defensively, because for him it's about defensive organization and then counter, and probably you're gonna score a goal. But the way Alonso played, they didn't have a sniff. So he's a serious candidate. I don't really believe that he's going to sign for Chelsea, but we have to keep an eye open on this. If we offer more money, a better project, and give him at least a couple players to implement his system at Chelsea, I think we have a chance. But I think Bayern Munich, who are going to sack apparently Thomas Tuchel, and also Jurgen Klopp already left, or he's going to leave at the end of the season. So Alonso can go and replace him at Liverpool. But depend on the project, depend on how bad we need a manager. I won't say no to somebody like Alonso because he's the future. He's the present and the future of football. The way he can twist the system in just a second to get the result is something else. You can read yourself here what his strategy was against Thomas Tuchel, and he changes everything depend on the opposition. This guy is in another level, and Todd Boehly, please, you know, pay the money and do not ask. Let's wait and see what's going to happen with Mr. Alonso. Conor Gallagher, the news that nobody want to hear, but according to Fabrizio Romano, regardless of the report about Chelsea want to sell, Chelsea want to do this and that, he hasn't really heard any significant evolution when it comes to Conor Gallagher. So let's wait and see July, June, what is going to happen. But for me, I will keep Conor Gallagher all day long. Nobody is protecting him. Nobody is defending him. Everybody tends to defend Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, talking about wrong positions. But nobody is going to mention that Gallagher been played out of position all the time that he been at Chelsea Football Club. And if we can allow him to play his football, he's going to be in another level. Let's move on very quickly. Thiago Silva position in Chelsea starting 11 may now be in doubt after he missed the game against Aston Villa in the FA Cup. But this is I'm quoting Fabrizio Romano here. He said that honestly he doesn't know much about the situation, but Chelsea are not really prepared to offer him a new contract. Everybody knew about it. This is just recycled news. But all I can ask Chelsea fans is to respect this man. Just because you made few mistakes here and there, and all of a sudden you forget about the Champions League, the Club World Cup, the Super Cup, and the other finals that this guy took us to. I think if we switch the system to 3 at the back, Thiago Silva can still have a very, very good season. So let's respect the guy, because he's a legend of the game, won us the Champions League, won pretty much everything in his career, and he's slowing down. His legs are gone, but his mind still there. For me, if you ask me, the best center back this season, yes, this season at Chelsea, I would tell you it's Thiago Silva. Respect, man. Respect to O Monstro. Let's finish this video by talking about Mauricio Pochettino here. On one of his interviews that he said he's frustrated about what is happening because it looks like the media, the fans, the pundits don't give too much attention to the injuries that we have. The assessment is biased because they don't take to consideration injuries that Chelsea has. I've been saying this for probably the entire season. If Pep Guardiola got the same kind of injuries at Chelsea Football Club, 10, 12, 14 injuries, key players, first team players, I think the conversation was going to be different. Every time Arsenal, Liverpool got 2 or 3 injuries, it's a crisis. Pundit, journalists, they're going to be there and feeling sorry for them. Oh, look at this. They are missing this and that. But nobody is talking about Chelsea 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 injuries every single bloody game since the beginning of the season. So I completely respect what Pochettino is saying here, but also it's not an excuse not to use common sense. Use players that you got in hand in their natural positions to get something out of it. We saw when he used simple common sense against Aston Villa, we got the result. So we didn't care about injuries. So I understand that he's fighting back and talking a lot at the moment, looking like he's a savior, he's going to bring unity to Chelsea, blah, blah, blah. But also, brother, you put us in this situation. When you have Jan Madsen, Kukurea, Ben Chilwell on the bench and you play Levi Colwill as a winger, don't blame, as a wing back, or not even wing back, left back, I can't even speak. That is on you, not on anybody.